Can you see the material?
Visible, sir.
Okay. So I have considered three types of discretization techniques for analog filters for obtaining equivalent digital filter transfer functions. Now some numerical problems, design problems are to be considered. You have studied the designing of analog filters. That means how to determine the transfer function of analog filters from the given specification. So that has been studied in your instrumentation course. So just as a recapitulation, I will consider here only Butterworth filter. But all the techniques that I have considered for discretization, they are equally applicable for other types of filters. As for example, Chebyshev filter, elliptic filter, all right, Bessel filter. For all types of filters, these discretization techniques can be used. But for this purpose, I will, for the sake of illustration, consider only analog Butterworth filter. Recall the magnitude squared transfer function of analog Butterworth filter. This is the expression, isn't it? Omega c is the cutoff frequency and capital N is the order of the filter. So what is omega c? It is that frequency where the gain of the analog Butterworth filter is 0.707 times the DC gain of the filter itself, or 3 dB down, 3 dB down from the DC gain of the low pass analog Butterworth filter. I am considering low pass Butterworth filter. All right. So this is what I have illustrated. Omega c is the cutoff frequency. At omega equal to omega c, magnitude of G omega is 1 by root 2. Assuming that, I mean, this expression is given considering that the DC gain is 0. DC gain is 0 dB or 1 as a dimensionless quantity. That means if you have any other Butterworth filter with some non-zero, some DC gain that is not equal to 1, in the expression for the magnitude response function, you have to simply consider that factor. So if it is, suppose this is 30, the DC gain, then in place of 30, you have to write in place, here you have to just introduce 30 squared, isn't it? 30 squared in the numerator. That's as simple as that. So these are the salient features. These are the amplitude response characteristics of the Butterworth filter. I have considered three typical cases: first order Butterworth filter, second order Butterworth filter, and third order Butterworth filter. All right. If omega c is 1 radian per second, the filter is called normalized. The filter is known as normalized Butterworth filter. That is equally true for other filters as well. If cutoff frequency is 1 radian per second, the corresponding filter is called normalized. Magnitude squared function of the normalized filter is as shown here. Omega c is 1. Now, I have written here the transfer functions of three orders of low-pass Butterworth filter, the normalized low-pass Butterworth filter. First order normalized low-pass Butterworth filter, the transfer function is 1 by s plus 1. Second order normalized low-pass Butterworth filter, the transfer function is 1 by s square plus root 2s plus 1. It can also be expressed in this manner with the denominator in the factorized form. For the third order normalized low pass Butterworth filter, the expression is given by what is written here. So how to determine this transfer function, that you have studied in your instrumentation course. But here, if you are asked to consider, say, a second order prototype, you can straightway write the transfer function. You need not derive that. All right. So first write down this part just as a recapitulation. So these plots are for the low pass filter. I am considering only low pass filters now. Just tell me one thing. This is the amplitude squared function or magnitude squared function for a low pass Butterworth filter. What will be the expression for the magnitude squared function of a high pass Butterworth filter? Can you tell me?
In numerator, there will be an omega.
Is it so?
Uh,
Everything else will remain same.
no, sir.
For a high pass Butterworth filter, what will happen? Here it is in low pass filter case, it is omega by omega c. But for high pass filter, it will simply be omega c by omega. This thing will get inverted. Here, low pass filter case, this is omega by omega c. For high pass filter, it will be omega c by omega. That will be the only difference. Anyway. BW stands for Butterworth. So these are the normalized low pass Butterworth filter transfer functions up to third order filter. You perhaps can recollect that from the normalized low pass Butterworth filter transfer function, you can get the transfer function of different other types of Butterworth filter. Can be a Butterworth filter with a given cutoff frequency, say omega c radians per second, can be a high pass filter, can be a band pass filter or band stop filter. By replacing S in the expression for G0S by an appropriate expression, you can move on to the different other cases. You have also learned how from the given specifications, the order of the Butterworth filter can be determined. Say for a certain low pass Butterworth filter, you have a knowledge of the cutoff frequency, the gain at a particular other frequency omega equal to omega A. So these are the things that are known perhaps. Then from this information, how can you obtain the order of the filter? Have a look at the magnitude squared function for the Butterworth filter. So say if at a gain, at a frequency omega equal to omega A, the gain is GA. Then GA squared, GA should not be in dB, GA should be as a ratio. GA squared will be 1 by 1 plus omega A by omega C raised to the power twice n. So from this expression, you can easily evaluate the unknown n. What will be n? N will be as given here. In most of the cases, 1 by GA square, it will be very large compared to 1. So here it's sufficient to consider 1 by GA square. So here in the denominator, you have this ratio omega A by omega C here, or you may have a ratio FA by FC. Same. This ratio is important. Omega A, or you may say FA, it is known as the stop band edge. Usually at the frequency omega A, the gain will not be specified. But the minimum attenuation desired at that frequency will be specified. So you have to select, you have to find out the gain GA such that the attenuation is at least some given value at that frequency, at least. If the attenuation is larger, there is no harm, but it should be at least a given value. That value is specified. Have you written it? This is how to determine the order of the filter. But the specification can also be given in a different manner. Without specifying the cutoff frequency straightway, you may be given information about the gain at a particular frequency omega equal to omega A and the gain at some other frequency omega equal to omega B. So in that
Hello, sir.
স্যার তো নেই মনে হচ্ছে।
না, নেই মনে হয়, আবার আসবে। It is.
Sorry, can you hear me now? There was a network problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm. So this you have written down, or you just write it down, then I'll proceed.
Completed, sir.
As I was mentioning, instead of providing you with the cutoff frequency information and gain at some other frequency, you may be provided with the DC gain, the gain at a particular frequency omega A, and the gain at another frequency omega B. This omega and omega A and omega B, say if omega A, B is the cutoff frequency, then your procedure will be same as before. But if omega B is not a cutoff frequency, then what would you do? From the magnitude squared function expression, you get GA squared given by this expression. Now your duty will be to evaluate the cutoff frequency as well as the order. And GB squared will be given by the expression here. From these two equations, you have to find out omega C and N. So you get 2 log omega A by omega C given by that expression, and 2 log omega A and omega V given by this expression. So finally, you get n given by that expression, and cutoff frequency can be obtained from any one of these equations. Once you get the value of n, cutoff frequency can be obtained from any one of these equations. All right, so that is the procedure. Once you get, suppose the DC gain is not specified as 1, but it's specified as 100. Then from the other information, once you get the order of the filter and consequently you get the expression for the transfer function, considering a DC gain of unity, in that expression for the transfer function, if you just insert the value of the desired DC gain, say if it is 100, you insert it there, it will be the transfer function of a Butterworth filter with same specifications, only the DC gain will now be 100 instead of 1. As simple as that. Here is just a simple problem for determination of the order, just for the sake of illustration. Determine the order of a low-pass Butterworth filter that has a 0 dB DC gain, minus 3 dB bandwidth of 500 Hz, and an attenuation of at least 40 dB at 1200 Hz. So the cutoff frequency is specified, FC is specified at 500 Hz. At some other frequency, FA, which is 1200 Hz, the minimum attenuation is specified as 40 dB. If you simply consider that the attenuation at that frequency has to be 40 dB, then what will be the corresponding gain at that frequency in dB? Relation between attenuation and gain when expressed in dB, it's simply one is the negative of the other. So GA dB is minus 40 dB. So that is 20 log GA when GA is expressed as a ratio. So GA comes out as GA dB is minus 40 dB. So GA comes out as 0.01. 0.01. Now introduce GA in this expression as 0.01. You will get N as 5.26. Do not round off N to a value of 5. If you change the value of N must be an integer value, isn't it? If you, instead of 5.26, if you consider it as 6, then the attenuation at that frequency 1200 Hz, it will be more than 40 dB. So the having an attenuation of at least 40 dB, that is met. But if instead of 6, if you consider it as 5, the attenuation at that frequency 1200 Hz, it will be less than 40 dB. So your requirement is not fulfilled. Therefore, you have to consider N as 6. With N equal to 6, the attenuation at 1200 Hz is greater than 40 dB. Write down this. Next, I have just tabulated the frequency transformation formulae in analog domain to move from a normalized low-pass filter, normalized low-pass filter, not necessarily Butterworth, any type of filter, from normalized low-pass filter to a low-pass filter with cutoff frequency omega c, to a high-pass filter with cutoff frequency omega c, to a band-pass filter and band-stop filter. You have studied them. I have just tabulated them as a recapitulation. এটা রাখতে হবে না নতুন করে, জাস্ট ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি ট্রান্সফরমেশন ইন অ্যানালগ ডোমেন লেখো। And this is the table. To transform from normalized low pass to low pass filter with cutoff frequency omega c, you have to replace, in the expression for G0S, you have to replace S with S by omega c. So this is the nature of the amplitude response. To obtain the high pass filter transfer function, you have to replace S in the expression for G0S with omega c by S. And for band pass filter, they have two cutoff frequencies, the upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency, omega u and omega L respectively. So there the substitution for S will be as indicated here. And lastly, the bandstop filter. remember that the order of the system gets doubled when you transform from a normalized low pass filter to a band pass or band stop filter. To a band pass filter, it gets doubled. If you consider a first order prototype, low pass Butterworth filter prototype, and make the substitution there to yield a band pass filter, that will become a second order system. Let's now move on to the problems, numerical design problems. হয়েছে?
Completed.
First problem. Design a third order digital low pass Butterworth filter with a cutoff frequency of 1.6 Hz and a DC gain of 1. You have been asked to assume a sampling rate of 20 samples per second and use impulse invariant technique. So FC is 1.6 Hz. Write down this problem, then I'll proceed. If nothing were mentioned about the DC gain, you should have considered it as 1. The specified cutoff frequency of the digital filter is FC equal to 1.6 Hertz. Correspondingly, the omega C value is 2 pi FC. It's 10 radians per second. Right. The analog third order normalized low pass Butterworth filter. What will be the poles? These are the location of the poles. So the transfer function of the normalized analog low pass Butterworth filter, third order Butterworth filter, is as shown. You can straightway write this expression. From this, you have to obtain the transfer function of an analog third order low pass Butterworth filter with cutoff frequency of 10 radians per second. All right. Simply in the expression for G0S, you have to substitute S with S by 10. So that is the expression for GS. Recall, what did we do in the impulse invariant transformation method? We expressed GS in terms of partial fractions. And these coefficients A1, A2, A3 are to be evaluated. I have not shown the details of the derivation, but when you're in the exam, you have to show the details of the derivation. A1 is obtained as 5.77 argument 210 degree, A2 as 10, and A3 as 5.77 argument 150 degree. Remember, A3 and A1 will form a complex conjugate pair. So if this is GS, on substituting A1, A2, A3, you get GS. So correspondingly, taking the inverse Laplace transform, the expression for the impulse response will be as indicated here. All right. What are these P1 prime, P2 prime, P3 prime? These are, the location of the poles. These are the location of the poles. All right, as indicated there. So now just substitute T equal to n tau, you will get GTN. Take the Z transform to get the transfer function of an equivalent filter. As simple as that. Here the sampling period tau is given as 1 by 20. 20 hertz is the sampling frequency, 20 samples per second. Tau comes out as 0.05 second. All right. The poles P1 prime, P2 prime, and P3 prime, they map into the Z plane as e to the power P1 prime tau. Because GDZ expression for GDZ will be this expression. So we have to find out e to the power A1, A2, A3 is already determined. E to the power P1 prime tau, e to the power P2 prime tau, and e to the power P3 prime tau. Their values are evaluated here. All right. So on substituting those values, you get GDZ. Now you have to do a lot of simplification and ultimately obtain GDZ as indicated there. Remember that in case of impulse invariant transformation, you have to multiply GDZ by tau. Amplitude scaling is necessary to preserve the DC gain of the low pass filter, analog low pass filter. So you get an expression, final expression for GDZ. From there, you get cross multiply, take the inverse Z transform and get the difference equation relating the output and the input of this form. Write down this part. CT stands for continuous time. P1 prime is -5 plus J 8.66, P2 prime is -10, and P3 prime is -5 minus J 8.66. কিছু মিস করলে আমাকে বলবে, আমি আবার পেছনে ফিরে যাব। So this is the final expression that is required. বলে বলবে হয়েছে?
Completed, sir.
Just 1 minute. Now have a look at this problem. Design a digital bandpass filter with lower and upper cutoff frequencies of 628.3 radians per second and 3141.5 radians per second, and the maximum passband gain of unity or 0 dB. Use a first order low pass Butterworth filter as prototype. Consider a sampling frequency of 2 kilohertz and use backward difference transformation. So first order prototype has to be considered. G0s comes out as 1 by s plus 1. Fs, the sampling frequency, is 2 kilohertz. That means the reciprocal of sampling frequency, the sampling period is 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 second. Omega u is 3141.5 radians per second. Omega L, it's 628.3 radians per second. For frequency transformation, we need these values. Omega u into omega L comes out as given here. Omega u minus omega L is that one. So transfer function of the analog bandpass filter that is to be discretized, that transfer function GS is obtained simply by replacing S in the expression for G0S with S square plus omega u omega L divided by S into omega u minus omega L. So I have made that substitution here. That is GS. So GDZ is G0S with S replaced by 1 minus Z to the power minus 1 by tau. That means 2001 minus Z to the power minus 1. Sorry. সরি, আবার চলে গেছিল, দাঁড়াও। Can you see it now?
ভিজিবল স্যার।
Okay. So GS is obtained by, this is the expression for GS. Now just replace S with this expression 1 minus Z to the power minus 1 by tau. That means 2001 minus Z to the power minus 1. You will get GdZ. You can further simplify it and then just cross multiply, take the inverse Z transform to get a relation between Yn and Xn. All right. So write down this one. This will be 2.
হ্যালো স্যার।
Yes. Yes.
মানে স্যার যখন এখানে স্যার যখন যে কোশ্চেনে যখন স্যার যে ডিজাইন বলবে, তো আমাদের কি যে লাস্টে ওই হচ্ছে ওই ডিফারেন্স ইকুয়েশন অবধি যে করে আসতে হবে না স্যার?
হ্যাঁ।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। মানে জিডিজেড এর পরেও করতে হবে তাই তো, ওই ইনভার্স নিয়ে, ঠিক আছে।
Okay.